Welcome back. This is day 3 of the WPA Players Championships here at Griff Billiards. Joining me for this match, the ever so lovely Ben Sutherland.
Good morning, Mr. Boyce. How are you today?
Very good. Interesting match up here. I would think these two very good friends, probably travel together. So it's a bit of a...
Yes, we've got Jalal Yousef versus Omar Alshaheen. Omar is from Kuwait, and I believe Mr. Youssef is from Venezuela. Looks like Youssef's best finish was in 2013 at the WPA World 9-Ball Championships. He reached the top 16 in the 2012 World 8-Ball Championships. He also played in the 2013 World Games. We've got Omar the Tiger Alshaheen, 26 years old, from Kuwait, getting ready to tear apart rack number 1. Their Fargos are fairly close. Omar's coming in at 7-7-1. Youssef's coming in at 7-5-1. So just a 20-point difference.
Yeah, there's not much separating these two. Over the years on tour, both players have had some big wins against some of the big players, but not quite took down that big tournament. So they're both very capable.
Omar with a good break and a nice 1-4 combination to get things started. Real quick, all of these matches are single elimination races to 5 9-ball. 3-fall rule is in effect. We also have a 3-point rule on the break. Be alternating the break as well.
You could just see Omar wanting to make sure he gets, well, he wants to get a little bit closer, I think. Now he's got to judge the speed. You would think this is key shot in this rack. And he's not too bad. And this is day 3, as we've said. Day 1 and day 2. 8 players qualified. 6 Asian players. And 2 Americans.
Folks, if you want to check the brackets, or if you want to see who's qualified already, or some of the upcoming matches for today and tomorrow as well, feel free to log on to ctsondemand.com.
Omar would have liked a little bit of angle on this. But it's not the end of the world, just draws back.
Early statement, early confidence boost for Omar by taking rack number 1 with a break and run. Lets Youssef know he came to play. Folks, we're coming to you live from Las Vegas, from Griff's beautiful billiards room here. I'd say a thank you to a handful of our sponsors as well. Master Billiard Chalk, Predator Cyclop, and you can see on your screen as well, but I'm going to go ahead and give them some mention. We were using the new Cyclop Hyperion pool balls, so you get to see those throughout this event. All matches are played on Diamond 9-foot tables. Well, thank you to Diamond Products. Also sponsored by How Tips and Andy Billiard Cloth. We've got the green Andy 988 billiard cloth on these beautiful tables. Also produced by CSI and brought to you, of course, by the WPA itself. This is day 3 of 4 qualifiers. The top 4 finishers today will gain a spot into stage 2, which will start on Tuesday. That event is $50,000 added.
First look at Youssef's break. Pretty good cue ball control, but comes up dry. This would be a very thin cut, but I do believe it's on.
Yeah, he had really good pop and really good control on that cue ball. He got a little bit of a kick, and unfortunately he did come up dry like you said, but he clearly has a powerful, controlled break.
Omar stretching a little bit there. That's a useful nudge though.
That worked out perfectly for him.
Just looking at the table to see where it could possibly go wrong.
Everything seems like it ties together pretty well. I think it would take a mistake at this point. Like you say, it's laid out nicely.
These kind of next sort of 2 or 3 shots will be key, because from the 7 ball, which is the light blue coloured, these Hyperion Cyclop balls, he wants to be on the right side of the 7 to make it a guaranteed positional shot to get on the 8. I always think where the 8 is, you know, when it's a bit lower down near the jaw, it's always like the worst place on a pool table, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it almost impossible to cut either direction, and the bank is almost out of the question as well. Always puts a player in a tricky spot.
Where the cue ball is now is kind of perfect, so he'd love to be there because he could just stun off the bottom rail.
Good call. It's good camera work right there.
So the racks have been fairly kind for Omar so far. Youssef yet to get his hand on the table other than the break shot. This is the brutal part of our game. But he will have had 4 chances. Even if he loses it, he'll have 1 more chance tomorrow.
Youssef went ahead and conceded that 9 ball. You don't see that too often, but I think he knew. So Omar's got a 2-0 lead, and Omar's going to be breaking. Was successful on break number 1 and broke and ran the rack. Youssef came up dry in break number 2. Omar was able to run that rack as well. And as you can see on screen here, we've kind of got a little breakdown of the format and style that we're playing right now. It's a single elimination 9 ball. All matches are races to 5 for the qualifiers. Alternating break format on 9-foot tables. 9-foot diamond tables.
Nice break off there, good split. Needs his 2 ball to sit pretty, which it does. Now there is distance. There you see
that's a great look at the new Hyperion 9 ball. That's one side of it. You've got the Cyclop dragon emblem on one side, and then the other side actually has a big number 9 on it. It's kind of a unique new set of pool balls.
It's going a little bit near the middle, but it's safe.
I think he's left himself a really nice angle here. He can travel forward 2 rails and come underneath the backside of the 4 ball naturally. He doesn't really need to manufacture an angle. Just like so. He handled that very nicely. We draw this back about a foot, play it in the opposite corner. And I'm wrong again.
Yeah, as I was saying, 2 American players have qualified so far. Rest are the Asians, as we expected. All the big guns have, you know, sort of qualified so far. There's still a couple left, so our predictions are going right. But what I have noticed is, at the minute, we're going to have 11 American players in stage 2. That's if no more qualify.
Really?
Yeah, and
that's a pretty good representation.
Well, I was just thinking, I remember when, probably 2 years ago, when I come to Vegas to play, I think it might have been the US Open 10 ball and 8 ball. I just always felt like there weren't really that many American players. But I just think maybe it's a bit of a change.
A little swing a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, kind of. Obviously, America won the Mosconi Cup.
Yeah,
so
we got the cut back, so now we got our confidence back.
Yeah, you got the cup back.
We can come out of hiding.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if there's a little bit of some of that in it.
Give us a little, I don't want to talk too much away from this match, but give us a little feeling of playing in a Mosconi Cup arena.
Pure pressure.
Just the most unreal, best pool feeling you've ever had in pool.
Yeah, intense, very intense. Because you're not just playing for yourself, are you? You're playing for, obviously, teammates. And it's sort of probably the only tournament you would play in where friends and family would come, because obviously it's that kind of event, isn't it, where they can come along. So there's a lot riding on it.
And you've had the experience and the feeling of actually holding that winning cup. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played in it, the year before, America, that was the last time they won it.
So first time you played was 2007?
No, America won it in 2009, and then in 2010, I played in it. You're looking at me as if I'm wrong.
I had to think for a second, but I can't.
2009, Oscar Dominguez was in the team.
I thought that was 2006.
No, 2009.
Yeah, that was Oscar and Dennis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Shane.
It was in America. I think Shane made the winning 9 ball and all that year.
He may have. I don't know why I thought that was 06 for some reason.
Well, Darren Appleton was in the team that year. Europe had a real strong team, but lost. And then in 2010, me and Darren was in the team again. And then when Europe won, they just sort of went on one, really. They won every one, didn't they, up until last year?
9 in a row. So, Omar, Youssef here, taking his time, but giving himself a nice, good rack. I think he's upset that he broke dry on his only attempt at the table so far, so he's going to ensure that he gives himself the best chance of pocketing a ball on this break and holding his turn at the table. And he gets a good pop on the ball, but
this
comes up dry again.
This is one of them sets, I'm afraid. You do see him.
And it looks as though the one crept out just enough that he can play it past the 3 ball in the upper left.
He's 3-0 down. He's had 2 dry breaks.
Yeah, he's done nothing wrong. I mean, aside from failing to pocket a ball on the break shot. Looks like a little bit of a tight squeeze between the 3 ball there, but I think he can manage it. Does so very nicely. Omar means business today. Great camera work there.
Yeah, so Omar's getting all the chances, it has to be said. But what he is doing is he's converting them chances.
Who were those two Americans that have qualified so far? Was that Nick De Leon from Arizona and Max Eberle from here, Las Vegas?
Yes. Nice shot there. Judged the speed well for a couple of rails.
He checked the cue ball nicely with inside there.
And it will be Omar to break, so if he can get a break and run, Youssef has had 2 break shots.
You know, at this point, I mean, it's been unfortunate for Youssef. He really hasn't had a chance, but he hasn't done anything wrong. And Omar has done everything right so far. Everything's played in his favor. Youssef went ahead and conceded this game as well. Nobody wants to get skunked, but I'd like to see Omar break and run again, and it would be a perfect set. He hasn't missed a single ball yet. He's gotten out from both of Youssef's stride breaks. He's broken and ran twice already.
We're actually playing WPA rules. I'm wondering if he can be penalised for giving the 9 ball in WPA rules.
That's a good question. We hadn't seen that yet until today.
I mean, obviously the good friends, so Youssef's just, he's kind of a bit of a mark of respect, just saying, "I'll go ahead" type thing, but rules are rules. Now he does have a shot, and he can manufacture a little angle here to get over. He'd love to bump into the purple 4. This match has been going 17 minutes. So that was Omar's.
I jinxed him.
Well, it was like his first kind of difficult shot, you know what I mean?
He did get the breakout on the 4. Had he pocketed that 2 ball, he was in great position.
So this is your first shot, your 4-0 down. He's got to try and pop this blue 2 and find the gap in between the 6-9, which he's done so. It's a nice shot, considering it's your first.
Yes, it was.
Another pretty good shot that, controlled it well. Could have easily crept behind that 7 ball. All Youssef can do in this position is just, I know it's a bit of a cliche, but just see if you get your opportunities to get back in the match, that's it.
That's all he can do at this point. And Youssef will get the break here in the next rack too, so we'll see if he makes any adjustments or any changes to his break position or break style. See if he can get a ball to fall. So Youssef gets a mark on the board. Takes down rack number 5. Omar leading 4-1. 9 ball does count as a win on the break in all 6 pockets. The 1 must be racked on the spot. The 9 racks in the middle. The rest of the balls don't matter. Most of the players have been racking the 2 at the back, and I believe that's just force of habit.
Now, can he make a ball? Yes, he's made one. Has he got an easy shot? He has. So there's a small little fight back about to happen here. And in these short races, you can soon get back in the match in no time whatsoever. Played a nice little nudge there on the purple 4.
He used that 4 ball really nicely there. He's on the right side of the 2. He can drift naturally down here for the 3. Got to make sure to avoid the 7 ball here. Well, now that we get to see Youssef at the table and actually getting to shoot, we see this man has some incredible firepower. Very confident player.
Slightly the wrong side of the orange 5, but he should be all right. He's looking at
He's going to draw this ball. I like that. He's an aggressive player. It's a confidence booster too. He's putting on a show. Uh-oh. I think he just got away with it. It's got a little bit of a funny angle, but definitely workable.
Yeah, it was a useful nudge. Could have landed a bit funny. Just spinning this ball around 3 rails now. Not got into it too good. That's why it's a little bit near the rail. Kind of quit on the shot there.
So Youssef returns fire with a break and run of his own. Omar Alshaheen has a 4-2 lead over Jalal Yousef. This is a race to 5. The loser of this match will be done for the day. And we'll have one more opportunity tomorrow to qualify. The winner will get a small break, and we'll be back to play another match a little bit later this afternoon.
Let's see what kind of split Omar gets now. He's made a ball. 9 balls moving around.
Beautiful. A little funny angle for this combination. Situation like this, Carl, do you try to finesse it, or do you hit it firm enough to clear that 2 out of there?
I think he'll finesse and probably use the green 6 as a holder for the cue ball. But you're never certain where it's going to go, because it went like a dead straight combo. And he's got a pretty good safety shot here, hasn't he? He needs a cue ball to slow down, no? Wowzers. He's over it that by a mile, hasn't he?
I think he wanted just a touch more inside. He wanted to come in and maybe snuggle behind the back of the 6.
I think that's asking a load there. I'd have just been chipping it onto the rail and just be happy to get me snooker. But he's not left the pot. So it was a poor safety shot from Omar, but he'll be happy to see he's not left. Because if Youssef can win this and he's got the break,
we could have hill action here in a moment.
Yeah, I mean, it can soon turn around. I mean, Youssef will just be delighted to get back to 4-3, because he'll have been sat in his chair at 4-0 thinking.
Well, it seems like that's happened quite a few times where
He's played a lovely shot there.
Somebody gets to the hill and the fight back happens.
Now it's difficult to see if there is a cross bank on here, but Omar is a very highly skilled bank pool player.
Didn't he get second in Derby?
I believe he did. So he is. Is he going for it, you think?
I don't know what he's doing here.
Well, he's definitely
it looks like it's too thin to
he's going
cross
off the
bank.
back rail. He's gone for the 9, he's gone for the 2. I don't know what's going on here. But what I do know is Youssef has got an opportunity. And it's a pretty good one. This is kind of key shot here because you want to get nice on that purple 4. Obviously you want to make sure you put your 2 as well, which he does. Angle looks okay. Yeah, this looks good now. It's amazing how quick it can turn around. We've been playing 26 minutes. What looked like a walk in the park for Omar is now going to put him under some pressure.
Yes, sir. A walk in the park turned into a hike up a mountain.
See, it's an easy game when you're getting all the chances. It's like the easiest game in the world. But, you know, what happens when you're not getting your chances?
Exactly.
Or you're faced with tough shots and stuff.
Oh, my.
Oh, what's he done here?
He overcut it just a touch, and he hit it much firmer than I thought he would. That, even though he did overcut it by a fraction, I think it may have accepted it had he hit it a little softer.
Could he not have just dropped it in?
He could have. I think so. With maybe just a touch of inside to spin kind of down toward the 6, he could have avoided going back and forth entirely.
Yeah, he's missed a trick there.
That could be costly.
He's missed a big trick there. He had a real good opportunity to ask a question. That's all you can do. Ask your opponent a question. But he's gifted what looks like the match.
He's got to make sure not to get behind
the
Nina there.
Yeah, he's all right. It's game over. He'll be sick. He will. I mean, he didn't really have a go, but he got back in the match and he did have an opportunity. And this game of 9-ball pool is all about opportunities. And Youssef will be back tomorrow. Last chance saloon.
Omar Alshaheen takes down Jalal Yousef by a scoreline of 5-2. We will be back with our next match in about 33 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in.
When I'm on and wings it